Do the United corporations are not corrupt enough. The United corporations are not corrupt enough. We're not doing enough. We're basically watching people die because they won't pay us for grossly price gouged medicine and healthcare. You know, we just put students and young people into a dark cloud of debt, strangling them for the rest of their lives so we can make money. But that's not corrupt enough. That's not corrupt enough. So now, Pennsylvania is telling parents that if you don't pay the lunch lady, we're going to take your kids. If you don't pay for school lunch, we're taking your kids. The Wyoming Valley West School District in Pennsylvania sent out hundreds of letters this week telling parents who had lunch debt to pay or their children could go into foster care. The letter, I thought this was like The Onion. The letter, which was reviewed by CNN, told parents that there have been multiple letters sent home with your child and that no payments have been made. Your child has been sent to school every day without money and without a breakfast and or lunch, the letter read. It also said failure to provide children with food could result in parents being sent to dependency court. If you are taken to dependency court, the result may be your young child being removed from your home and placed in foster care. School division says it's owed more than $22,000. About 1,000 letters were sent to parents in the district, causing an uproar in Luzerne County near Scranton and making national headlines. Wyoming Valley's cafeteria purchase, charging, and insufficient funds policy says nothing about parents potentially going to court or giving up their children. It does say that families with a student account that reaches negative $10 or more will receive an automated call every Friday until the account is paid off. Jesus. So let me get this straight. First of all, for those of you who haven't seen it, I watched a documentary over the weekend called Fed Up. Fed Up, about the for-profit food industry. You got to watch it. By the way, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, because she takes money from a very big frozen pizza conglomerate, basically crammed into legislation. They were trying, healthy food industry was trying to get frozen pizzas taken out of school cafeterias. Amy Klobuchar wrote into a bill some cockamamie argument that frozen pizza was a vegetable because of the tomato paste on the frozen pizza. So frozen pizza is still in schools because of Amy Klobuchar. But putting aside the fact that it is obscene to basically threaten parents to take away their kids if they're behind on their school lunch bill, the food in these cafeterias is not even food. And I'm not the healthiest eater. But the food in these cafeterias, if you watch this documentary, they got Papa John's pizza, they got Taco Bell. It's crap that is being fed to the children of America. That's number one. Number two, okay, so if parents are behind, it goes with the fact that people are working 2 to 3 jobs, people can't afford their health care, people have to choose between paying for rent or groceries or electricity, or we could go on and on. There's a lot of reasons people fall behind. Is it good for the children to put them in foster care because a parent is behind on their school lunch? Maybe you could have a payment program. What kind of country is this? It's just mind-boggling. We don't care if people live or die as far as healthcare. We got an unprecedented amount of homeless people on the streets. Nobody cares. Our water is contaminated. For-profit companies, corporate media could care less. And now, if you don't pay the lunch lady on time, or you're a little bit behind, we're going to put kids in foster care. When does the greed end? Jen, you used to be a teacher. Jen, you're in the super chat, and you used to be in education. Is this obscene, or is it just me? Late-stage capitalism is right. Can you imagine, Jen? Jen has 2 kids, or anyone watching. You get a letter, we're going to put your kids in foster care because you owe $300 on school lunch. You just can't make it up. Obviously, since this got national attention, the school was backtracking and saying, oh, that's not what we meant, and blah, 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 blah. But stuff like this is happening all over the country. It's not just school lunches. I mean, in Flint, Michigan, they poisoned a whole community of over 100,000 people, all poor, majority black community. And then they placed tax liens and threatened to take your home if you don't pay for the still poisonous water bill. 5 months, a little over 5 years. This water crisis has been going on in Flint. I have a meeting when I go to Detroit next week. Not going to say with who, but I'm staying on the Flint water crisis because who the hell else is? So we're going to poison you, and if you don't pay the bill for us poisoning you, we're taking your house. You think Joe Biden's going to fix this? Because this isn't just about, this is a sickness. This is the Gordon Gekkoization of America for the last 30 years. The greed is good. To get all the money you can. And you want to know something? It shows a lot. It shows a lot about the priorities of the American government, by the way, which are bought off by the for-profit education system too, that a local county or whatever it is in Pennsylvania, to their funding for their schools is so tight that they have to take the step of saying, if you are late paying the lunch lady, we're going to take your kids. Maybe if the schools were funded properly, we wouldn't have such social Darwinism. I mean, the story's unbelievable. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.